Hi everyone, welcome to a vlog that is basically all about me. Apologies if there's any Lauren fans here, I don't blame you because she's a great person. But this vlog is all about my obsession with Avenged Sevenfold. It's also got a little bit to do with Lauren because without Avenged Sevenfold, I would never have met Lauren. Don't know why I'm doing it here, she's not even here. A few months ago, a bit longer than that, we had our loft re-insulated and I've put the boards back up there, but I had all my stuff downstairs. And I thought instead of like taking it all up straight away, why don't I keep my Avenged Sevenfold stuff down? And I want to go through it myself. And I thought I'd make a little vlog about it. So this vlog is basically showing you everything I own to do with Avenged Sevenfold and little stories behind a few things. Hopefully, if I can remember everything. I'm going to show you a few photos as well of like me at old Avenged gigs. Tell you little stories about Avenged from what I can remember. So yeah, this is just all Avenged based. So if you're new to the channel, hello Avenged Sevenfold fans. If you've just clicked this thumbnail and thought, oh yeah, I'll watch that, hi, please subscribe if you wouldn't mind and give it a like. So first off, what I'm going to show you is all my Avenged merch. So it will be like signed posters and stuff, all my magazines, the scrapbook my brother put together for me, t-shirts, hoodies, I got a lot of that, and also my cabinet it's got Lauren's Star Wars collection in there as well. She's a big Star Wars fan, but the top two shelves are all mine. That's all my Avenged stuff I like to keep on show. So yeah, I hope you really enjoy this little section. This is the cabinet of mine Loz's. It's got Avenged and Star Wars stuff and Assassin's Creed stuff in. So let's show you my Avenged stuff. So as you can see, I've got the guitars. I've got the signed Backcountry vinyl. It's an eBay purchase. This was where all the debt started because I would just buy loads of signed stuff. I believe this is official. This is a demo of Eternal Rest in Chapter 4, still sealed. Again, hoping this is official, but still cool to have. Pinkly Smooth, Fortunate Snort. That's the Revs and Since the Gates side project. This is the single of Hail to the King. This was obviously coming out when Hail to the King was coming out. The album. Yeah, still sealed. This is just a thing I had for Christmas. I had this for my birthday off Loz years ago. This is official Avenged Sevenfold lighter. It's got no gas in it. This is the Hail to the King box set. Never opened it. Loz is always like, why don't you just open it? You're never going to sell it and you get to look inside it. I was like, yeah, but I don't want to open it because it's just something I want to display. Sealed, it looks real nice, I think. So this is the Nightmare Special Edition book you get. So you get the CD, then you get this booklet that came with the Nightmare Special Edition, which is annoying because it came with a hole in. Not that you can see in it because it's now obviously in a frame. But it was annoying because we've been to Tenerife. Our plane had been delayed. It took us 24 hours to get home from Tenerife. And because we didn't get home until a Sunday and the album had been released for over a week and I'd received it over a week ago, it was too much effort to fucking send it back and everything. So it's framed. I started to take the back of it, so it has got a hole in it, but it's only for me anyway, so it's not like I'm going to go and sell it. So still nice to have. And this one I'm particularly quite proud of owning. This is an Avenged Sevenfold magazine set. This was from Revolver, and there's only 1,000 of these made worldwide, and I'll show you what's inside it. So as we open it up, so you got the Rev. This is obviously to do with obviously the Rev's death and everything, and I think to do with Nightmare. And I believe it's the same magazine constantly, just with different covers. And you could buy the magazines alone, because obviously there's many covers, but it was they weren't so rare. So you got each member. Oh, and there's a poster there as well. So again, with that Revolver collection, that was another load of money spent. Part of my obsession. Like as soon as something get released, I've got to get this because, well, massive fan. Let's show what else I got. Got some Avenged Sevenfold Christmas baubles. Never opened them. Avenged Sevenfold wallet. Used to use it. Don't anymore. Don't know if this is official, but an Avenged Sevenfold watch. bought for me for Christmas one year. And then I had this Avenged Sevenfold collector's box. And only 6,000 of these were made, so this is 5,339. Then you'd get a belt buckle, key ring, a pack of cards. Now I had a pack of cards there. Oh, and you'd get a hat, but I don't think this was the hat. I'm pretty sure I put this in there because I got oh, here we go. This was the hat that came with it, and you also got sweatband, some pins, obviously a fake access all areas, which is still pretty cool. I've also found my old belt buckle I used to wear. Me and Jamie as well used to try and be like the Rev and Zachy. And the Rev, I don't think Zachy used to, but the Rev used to always wear his belt, but only put it through the 2 front loops and hang it down. So like we used to wear 2 belts, like one to hold them up and then the other to like kind of show it off. I also have got this set list from the stage tour. Paid 30 quid for this. It was funny because I really wanted the set list because I'd seen other people from the other shows from the UK tour. They had the set lists and I thought I really want that. So this kid I saw when we was coming out of the show in Birmingham, he had the set list and I was like, oh, can I have that? I was like, I'll give you 30 quid for it. He went, yeah, okay. Probably could have offered a tenner and he probably would have given me, but straight away I thought, 30 quid. So I probably lost money there, but it's still nice to have and it's nice to frame it as well. Right, before I show you more of my Avenged merch, everyone say hello to the world's laziest dog. This is Biscuit. If you're new to the channel, obviously, you've never met him before. He's a channel favourite. Right, this is not really Avenged merch at all. This means something to me. This is what got me on stage. Try and spot the spelling mistake as well. My brother Jamie made me that. So I brought these. I know these aren't official, but I thought they were quite cool, so I brought them. But I don't really like wearing Converse because I feel like I have clown feet when I look down. This is official. Zachy V signed picture. I brought this off eBay. That's Aaron's drum head. Aaron's stick. This was all part of one package. Guitar pick from Sin. Guitar strings that were used. This was to prove it was all like official and everything. So it was Desert Rising Friday 2013, so they obviously had all access, annual access it was. That's the set list, and then this is the set list I believe that was actually used. It's all ripped and stuff. Oh, I've got Avenged University sticker at the bottom there. Oh yeah, that actually has been used because you can see all the tape at the bottom. Again, these aren't official, but I thought these were really cool at the time, so I used to display these. So you got the Rev, Johnny, M.Shadows. I hate it when people call him M.Shadows. Either call him Matt Sanders or Saunders or M.Shadows. Zachy and Sin. This is from when they subbed to System of a Down in 2011. So they were giving all these flags out. So I just got everyone's. So everyone was like waving them as they were coming on stage. That was really cool. All CDs. Don't really need to show them all, do I? But yeah, all the CDs. I have started to collect only Avenged Sevenfold vinyls. So brought that off someone off Twitter. And if you're watching this, you're part of the reason why we got together because we both followed the same person. Her name was Teh Black Parade. Happy than it was. Yeah, I brought it off her. So it's Diamonds in the Rough. Obviously, this is the latest album, which I absolutely love. This is unopened. Does it say what number it is? No. Some trumpet. Oh, it is kind of opened. And maybe I've opened it then. So, Wake of the Fallen. This is the last one as well. Hail to the King. Funny stories about this. They're actually, I'll put the picture in as well, where when the Hail to the King came out, between my mum, Jamie and myself, I think we brought the album 9 times. And there is a photo of us, and Papa Gates actually commented saying like, I can't even get one person to buy an album, let alone like 6. Oh no, I brought it 4. Jamie brought it twice or 3 times and my mum brought it once, that was it. Another eBay purchase. I don't know, it looks legit. They never played that year. Look at this for a fucking lineup on the Sunday. Like, Avenged, we were going for this was when our obsession started, so we went for Avenged. Slipknot. So Avenged pulled out. They played leads, but they only played like 4 songs because they were ill. And then you obviously had Slipknot, who pulled out because Joey Jordison broke his ankle. Tenacious D, that was absolutely brilliant. And funny thing was, Brooks used to play, who's now their drummer, with Tenacious D, so we saw him back then. And then Metallica, which is my all-time favourite time ever seeing Metallica. This is another signed tour from eBay. I went to this one. This is now been framed for my granddad. Taunted Press, that is signed as well. It's another eBay purchase. My magazines. So this is when Life Is But a Dream came out. Metal Hammer. Yeah, I only buy I used to only buy Kerrang and Metal Hammer in the end when Avenged were on it. So then I used to buy lists from America, like Revolver, Kerrang. If there's a little bit of Avenged in there, I'll buy it. Avenged is in there somewhere. It must be when Avenged have played again. It's another Metal Hammer magazine with Avenged, I believe. Yep. 100 Drum Heroes. I would have brought this because the Rev was in it somewhere. Let's find him. Ah, that's the Rev in the Drum Heroes magazine. Sad thing is, Brooks Wackerman isn't in here, which I think he deserves it because Brooks is so good. Another Metal Hammer. Obviously, that was when the Rev died. Another Metal Hammer. That's when Brooks was in it for the stage, and I've the stage in the back. Oh, Avenged Sevenfold. I think that was 2017. Saying what they've got in store for them. Kerrang again. Metal Hammer. M.Shadows. Ultimate Download Review. Oh, this will be for when they headlined the first time, 2014. Then Metal Hammer Avenged. Kerrang Avenged. Revolver. Oh, Rock Sound. I don't know if they do the magazine anymore, Rock Sound. Oh, I had to buy stuff eBay. Metal Hammer, that was for during City of Evil. Metal Hammer, I think that was for Help the King. Oh, that was obviously when they were going to be releasing Nightmare then. Because there's no other members other than the Force, there's no drummer. I'm not sure if that's the stage one, but it's never what. And I do have loads more magazines, but they've been cut up because Jamie, bless him, made me a scrapbook. And I wanted to do a scrapbook, but Jamie's really artistic. So he made me a scrapbook. It's so heavy. Yeah. So look at it all. Some really cool pieces. So basically Avenged Sevenfold took over my life and took over Jamie's life. Yeah, it's very big. There's a lot of content in there. It will be quite cool to go back on actually. So that's all my Avenged merch that isn't clothing. So I'm now going to show you my clothing. That's all the merch in those 2 boxes. It used to be in one huge box, but it was just way too heavy to try and shove into the attic. So I wrote down a little list here of hoodies, t-shirts, shorts, jumpers and trackers because I want to find out how many exactly I've got. Because I've always had a rough estimate of like t-shirts and stuff, but it's hard to tell. So we're going to go through them all. I'm going to show them all to the camera, but it's going to be very sped up unless I've got something to tell you about it. So straight away I'm going to talk about this one. This is one of my all-time favourite Avenged Sevenfold t-shirts. I did have it in a small, in a medium. And I used to wear it everywhere, even on nights out and stuff, thinking that looked smart. But yeah, I went on a stag do, and everyone jumped on me in a bush, and I ripped it. So the only way I could find it was in a large. And obviously large is too big for me, so I made it sleeveless. So that's one. This is another one as well. I'm not so keen on merchandise anymore. I like when bands take it into their own hands now, like Avenged Sevenfold merch. Oh, here's another one. This is my newest one. Stage. The annoying thing is now, because it's the black market, you have to buy it off their websites, you have to pay for all the postage, and if you spend over, I think 60 quid, George told me, that you get charged customs because you get charged so much. So I like the new feel of them all when they've took it into their own hands, but like, it used to be like Gildan or Fruit Loom. So that was another one. So as you can see, I took off the the collar, because I don't like the collar how it feels like my neck's been choked and made it into a sleeveless. So that's 2. 3 including this. Another one. I remember buying this one. I remember being very, very fucking excited to buy it because I saw Sinstigates wearing it. This one, I have never ever worn. I believe, I can't remember if it's 1 in 200 or 1 in 100, but I think only 100 of these were made worldwide. So, of course, I had to buy this. Avenged University, long sleeve, Avenged Sevenfold Christmas jumper, hoodie, another hoodie, Avenged University hoodie. I believe I brought this twice because I wanted to cut the shirt sleeves off one of them and have the other one as a normal one. It's one of the later long sleeves. This is a hoodie and trackies. The trackies are under there as well. They're really cool. You'll see me wearing that in one of my vlogs because I love wearing matching trackies now and hoodies. This is another one. This is really heavy. It's got NFT tag in it as well. It's got the trackies as well underneath. It's the trackies. Again, this one's really heavy, but it's annoying because I brought it in medium because I'm a weird size. I'm medium, but also small because I'm a short ass. So like the hoodie fits me perfectly, but the trousers are a little bit long. Shorts, beanie, another jumper. This is a Not Ready to Die t-shirt, long sleeve, another jumper. Got this as well, Sasaki V necklace. Avenged University hoodie, t-shirt, Avenged University spine climber, St. Paddy's Day t-shirt, Avenged University. I used to wear that a lot years ago. Another t-shirt. This came with the special edition CD actually as well. So these t-shirts as well I've got, they are from Jamie because Jamie decided to get rid of all of it, so I took his as well. That's one of them as well actually, what Jamie gave me. That's funny that we should say that. Now I know you might say, oh, but they're not all Avenged, like you can't class Avenged University as one, or Sinstigates, but I do because they're all part of it. Like, I just collected whatever they all did, I was obsessed with them. I think that was another of Jamie's as well actually. Another Avenged University, another Avenged University, another Avenged University. All this merch as well, like, I don't want to throw it. I've thrown all my overall band merch because I just don't wear them anymore and stuff, really. I only wear like newer stuff that feels really comfy. So all the stuff I used to get off the gigs and stuff, I used to buy, like, I've thrown all that, but I kept all my Avenged stuff because obviously I just love Avenged. This is off the Hail to the King tour. That's one of my favourite ever designs. I've also got that tattooed to me. Avenged University hoodie, Avenged University t-shirt. They did that in a load of colours as well if I remember right. Another Avenged University. Oh, this was Jamie's. This was his baseball jacket. That's a cool design I think. Another Avenged University. Oh, I think I got 2 of that one. Maybe I had one and Jamie had one. Oh, this is the t-shirt I was on about, with the holes in. As you can see, I wore it a hell of a lot of how much it faded on the sides. I just never quite liked it. It's like a bit of a army type jacket. Another jumper. Gloves. Don't know where the other gloves gone. When the stage was coming out with it, because obviously it was being a secret release, they didn't want it to come out. So Chris Jericho pretended that he'd accidentally released the news. It was going to be called, Volcanic Oceans. And I always loved that design. And I do have that tattoo as well. It's the Avenged Sevenfold faux leather jacket. It's literally just fallen to pieces. Look at the inside there, how cool is that? Spent a lot of money on this. I'm absolutely covered in faux leather now. I think I bought for 330 quid off eBay. Didn't realise back then you used to get people who would create a fake account and keep bidding against themselves to keep me going higher. And in the end I got outbidded and I lost it. And then straight away the guy was like, oh, the guy's fell through, do you want to buy it? And I was like, yeah, straight away, without even thinking. And then I went to my mate later on, I was like, oh yeah, the next day, oh yeah, I brought the jacket. And he was like, how much you pay for it? I was like, oh, it was either 230 or 320. A lot of money regardless. And I told him, he was like, you fucking idiot you are. He's like, you do know that he's probably bidding against himself to make you go higher. And now that you didn't go any higher, he's lost the sale, so he's trying to sell it. He's like, why didn't you offer him something? So, stupid. It's annoying as well, but it just fell apart. Neckerchief. That is all the mess coming off the jacket. I've had a few people ask me for it as well. Like, they've searched on Google the Avenged Sevenfold leather jacket, and it's been about 3 or 4 times they've come to me going like, somehow I've come to you, do you still have a jacket? I'm like, yeah. And he was like, will you sell it? I was like, no, not because I want to keep it, because I do want to keep it, but also I wouldn't want to sell you it because it's in such bad condition. And he was like, I don't care, I want it. I was like, I promise you, if I sold it to you, you'll want a refund straight away, because it's in, just look at it, it's in such bad condition. It's a shame, really. I'm still glad I got it though, because at the time I was desperate for it. It's a new t-shirt. There's the other glove, another bandana. Avenged University, and it was a collaboration with CRSL. I always quite liked that one. That one was Jamie's. I always liked this one as well because that was at the bottom. And I've got that also tattooed to me. Oh, this used to be one of my favourites. Oh, I did buy it again then. This is that t-shirt. But yeah, you see the old. Welcome back, Biscuit. It's another hoodie. I've cut the sleeves off. I brought this from the Oasis in Birmingham, which is now sadly closed. I used to love that shop. Another story as well, what this really annoyed me as well, was Avenged were doing this competition. It was when a new social media platform would come out. I can't remember what it was. And they were saying like, who wants to be our first avatar, our first profile picture. So they did a competition, basically show off all your Avenged merch. I thought, right, this is fucking brilliant. I am going for it. So me and my brother just did loads and loads of photos, all my t-shirts all together, all the merch I've brought. And again, I'm not going to sound big-headed because that's not something I do. I don't like showing off and stuff. Very insecure person. And I never won. Didn't even get a look in. There was 4 winners in the end. It was one who showed a picture of their baby grow. Someone screenshotted a picture of the map of America, of how long far they travelled across America to go and watch them. It's going to sound really petty, like if you are watching this and you won, fair play. But it just annoyed me that I never got a look in because I had well, as you can see, I've got a lot of merch. Anyway, these are some Avenged University bottoms. Oh, this was Loz's. This is Loz's hoodie. Yeah, I always thought she looked really snuggly in this. Oh, let me zip it up because I can't remember where I placed this hoodie. This was an eBay buy because I thought, oh, I want some tops to cut the sleeves off. Look at that. I always love that. Another Avenged University t-shirt. I think this was Jamie's. I don't remember buying this. Mine there? I've always thought that was quite a cool design. This was one of Jamie's. Another Avenged University hoodie. I always thought that was quite a cool t-shirt. It's quite a cool t-shirt, isn't it? Another one I'd cut the sleeves off. That was from Reading. I always liked this design, but I really remember hating the collar on this. Always love this one. How cool that one is. Avenged University vest. That was Jamie's. That was Jamie's. Cut the sleeves off that one. I thought that one was quite cool as well. That was from when they played Download 2011. And I was going to get that piece tattooed on my back originally, and then I just kind of like went to go and book it, and they're like, oh, you need to come in a lot, you know, like it's a big commitment, you're back. And I was like, oh, alright, I'm gonna have to cancel it then because I can't commit, even though I was still getting them monthly, if not every couple of weeks. So why didn't I just really commit? That was from the very first time I ever saw them, 2011 at Wolverhampton Civic Hall. Sorry, 2008. Jamie's got that tattooed to his arm as well. It's another Avenged University one. This one has got the sleeves on, if you remember from earlier. That's actually a proper sleeve, this one as well. I haven't cut the sleeves off it. The hoodie. That's the King vest. Again, vests. I'm putting the t-shirts. Got that one tattooed to me as well. It's Waking the Fallen design, that is. I've got this one tattooed as well. Avenged University. Got that one tattooed as well. God. I've got 18 hoodies. That's jackets as well. 83 t-shirts. 1 pair of shorts. 8 jumpers and long sleeve t-shirts. 3 tracky bottoms and 1 beanie. But there is a second beanie, but I don't know where that one's gone. So that's all my Avenged merch now. Well, I was just tidying up. I found a few more things for Avenged merch, so I'm just going to show you. So I've got another Avenged sweatband, Avenged gloves in there. You can see the death bat, but I can't be asked to unroll them. And there's another City of Evil Avenged wallet. Do anyone remember like swag books? Yeah, I remember just like used to type in like loads of words into a search bar, and every now and then it'd give you some swag books, and I used to save up enough to get these photos of Avenged. Let me show you. Also, please excuse all the hair on the carpet. If you've got a Labrador, you fucking know. We can vacuum this every day and there'll still be hair on it. So I've got Zaki, 202 out of 999. So it says, congratulations on winning this exclusive and limited edition individually numbered photo print of A7X, taken at Warp Tour 2007 in Los Angeles, and is hand signed by the photographer Scott Duddleston. So you got Sin, that's 331 out of 999. M.Shadows, which is 342 out of 909. And then you got M.Shadows and Sin, which is 407 out of 999. And that is the end of the Avenged merch. Right, I hope you enjoyed that section. Sorry if it was a little bit too long, but I had a lot to show and I really enjoyed going through it all. So now I'm gonna show you a tour of my body of all my tattoos. This is what got me on stage, and this is what got me and Lauren together. I hope you enjoy seeing my body. Right, I'm gonna show you my signatures first, and then we'll go for the rest of the body. So this wasn't done by the band. I had this done just to remember the date and everything, the year. And then here, that's Sin's signature right on the edge of the armpit. I think this is Johnny's, and this is M.Shadows, but it really annoys me when I see other people's autographs tattooed to them because it looks so good, but mine's a bit like, this is exactly how they did it as well. I promise you, I have been signed by them because you'll see photos. This is Aaron, obviously he's not in the band anymore. Right, so this is Zaki, and I've done it in a bit of a Zaki style as well. I had half his face portrait and half his face skull. That's very Avenged University, I think, and then that's his signature. Now, his signature, obviously he went off stage, never met him, and I always wanted his autograph, but I didn't want to just like get it done off Google. So then one time he was asking questions on Instagram stories, so I just asked him, could you just sign your phone with your signature so I can get it done? So he did. Got really excited just because he actually read my message and replied, and obviously I went and got it done. This is Not Ready to Die artwork. You'd think this is Planets from Hell to the King, but it's actually off the stage artwork. And then this is another t-shirt design, and then you've got a nightmare design on my side, and I love the detail in the face here. And then I've got the Spine Climber, which is a t-shirt, and I've got that, and then I had a bit of a zombie hand looking like it was trying to escape. And then I've got this, so HB for Huntington Beach. That's obviously when I went. And then obviously you got the death bat wings coming off it, which is I thought a cool little design. It's just a memory from when I went to Huntington Beach. This is a design off a flyer. I can't find this flyer. I have got it somewhere, but I can't for life of me find out where it's gone. This is off the latest album artwork, Life Is But a Dream. It's like a little devil playing the violin. Biscuit. This is off the latest album as well, Life Is But a Dream, a skeleton sat on a chair. And then this is another t-shirt design, just a skull with an anchor. And there was stars all here, but it's kind of all morphed into one, so like it just looks like a black background now. Right, this is a fake design before the stage came out. They wanted it to be a secret release, so they had Chris Jericho pretend he actually released the album name and the artwork, because he's a good friend of theirs. But I really love this design, how it sits on the thigh. It's like a skull with like a moon, like craters and stuff. Then you've got this Wake in the Fallen piece, and I love like the eye and all the lights coming off it and how it like kind of comes into the tattoo. Then on my knee you've got Since the Gates logo, the S, and then we've got another nightmare piece on my shin. This is a Avenged University t-shirt design. It's Marilyn Monroe. Obviously half her face is skull, and she's given the V's for vengeance. This is my newest Avenged Sevenfold tattoo off the latest album Life Is But a Dream, and it was for advertising the tour in America. And this is a design from an Avenged Sevenfold wallet which I've got and I showed you earlier. And also, if you're wondering why I've got blue on both my upper arms filling the gaps, it's kind of a tribute to the Rev, because on his arms he had blue, which I really liked. Right, this tattoo here was my second ever tattoo of Avenged Sevenfold I got. This is the Zaki Death Bat. This is the Afterlife artwork. This is another piece of artwork. This is the Lincoln Memorial artwork. I can't remember if it was in the actual self-titled album or if it was a t-shirt. And then we've also got Avenged University skull. This design here was advertisement for the Hail to the King flyer. This tattoo is the Hail to the King artwork, and then keeping with the Hail to the King theme, this is the t-shirt from the tour for the England. They did one for each European city actually. And then this mummy is part of the self-titled album artwork inside the booklet. Also on this arm, we've got these lyrics here, which was part of my wedding speech to Lauren, "You will always be my heart," which is a part of the Acid Rain lyrics. And I've also got on the elbow the Vengeance V-Blade. This was my first ever Avenged Sevenfold tattoo, the A7X. This is taken from the Wake in the Fallen album. Then we've got the City of Evil album artwork. This is just another death bat at a graveyard. This is just another death bat design I've got. That was off a school bag that my brother actually had. Then I've got this death bat. Got two of these here. And on the other side, on the back of my arm, I've got Forever, and the Rev bit is in capitals. This was off a t-shirt, and again, I'm not able to find this design no matter how hard I've looked. This is the artwork for Buried Alive, and again, I've got this in t-shirt, which I showed you earlier. And then this is a death bat with a coffin. Try and see. So I got into them through Guitar Hero 2, actually. It was from Beast in the Harlot, which is a song I'm particularly not that bothered about. The weird one with me was singles. I do like to hear singles live, but I'd rather hear deep cuts. And I think it's because when we used to have like the music channels years ago, they'd be played over and over and over again. Whereas singles now, because we don't have music channels, I only listen to them as much as I want. So I don't mind singles so much anymore. So yeah, so I was 19 when I got into them. And I do remember, because obviously the White Album came out in 2007, so that was 2007 I got into them. But I remember going on to their website at the time. It was City of Evil, so I can go back as far as then to a point. My favourite member is Zaki. So Zaki, if you're watching, hello. Why did you leave me on stage? Yeah, I've just always loved his look. I've always tried to base my style on his look. And I'd love to know what clothes he wears now, because the stuff he wears now on stage, I'm like, oh my god, I'd love to have that, because that's my kind of, it's something I'd wear. Now, I did have a top 10 Avenged Sevenfold songs, but I've lost my list. So I'm going to do 3 songs from each album I love. So off Sounding the Seventh Trumpet, I love To End the Rapture, which is a fan favourite, Turn the Other Way, and Shattered by Broken Dreams. Off Wake in the Fallen is Chapter 4, Eternal Rest, which is in my top 5 all-time Avenged favourite songs, and Second Heartbeat. Off City of Evil, we've got Blinded in Chains, especially love the way how that song ends. The Wicked End, I absolutely just love that song. And MIA, that might be my top 5 again. Self-titled. At the time when this album came out, I absolutely loved it. But looking back now, it's great to listen to all the way through, but it's not something I just put on randomly for the odd song. But anyway, I love Critical Acclaim, Gunslinger, and this is in my top 5. Different choice is Unbound, in brackets, The Wild Ride. I'm saying that because that'll annoy Loz with the in brackets bit. I just love that song, and I love the lyrical content in that song. Off Nightmare, so Buried Alive, I love hearing that song live, and I wish they'd bring back the pyro for when it just goes, take you down now. Victim, which I'd love to hear live. And Save Me, which is probably my all-time favourite song to Guitar 2 when they played it live. Hail to the King, so Requiem, Heretic, which I absolutely love. That's the best song on the album, I think. And Acid Rain, that was our last dance, that was, at mine and Lauren's wedding. The Stage, which is my favourite album by them, actually. The actual song title of the album, I love The Stage, that is in my top 5. That song just does something. Simulation, a lot of people don't really like that song, but I really love it. And Higher, it was going to be my funeral song, but maybe that could be my walk-in song. And especially the end beat. What is Brooks doing with the drums? It's just the vibe at the end. Oh. When they played that Download as well, 2018, oh my god, that was so good. Me, Jamie and Loz just vibing together. Off Life is But a Dream, it's Game Over. Metal, which that was my most played song last year. I just love it. I've been trying to learn it on drums, and I'm getting there. And Cosmic, which is my funeral song. Again, when they played it last year, down over the headline for a 3rd time, it was just perfect, and it was just so nice just watching them play Cosmic. And again, for the normal fan, or for someone who wants to watch Avenged but don't really know much by them, it's not a song you want to hear live really, but for someone who likes the deep cuts and stuff, and it is a single, but it's like a deep cut single. It was just so nice, just like me and Loz just holding each other, just swaying, listening to the song, and I'm crying because Download Festival and it's Avenged Sevenfold. So yeah, I've got my list out. If anyone knows me or knows Jamie, we love our lists. We're very, very organised like that. So we like to work out how many times we've seen each band, really, like our favourite bands. So let's talk about Avenged in times I've seen them. So the first time I saw Jamie didn't get to come, sadly. It was at Wolverhampton Civic Hall 2008, and it was during the self-titled album cycle. We booked tickets, liking them, but not quite obsessing over them. It started, but there were still other bands I was massively obsessed with, and I'm still obsessed with them today, but they never got the treatment like Avenged did. Yeah, so we booked tickets, and I remember not really watching the band much, just being in mosh pits like we used to all in those days, but now I can't be bothered with them. And I just remember like getting obsessed with Zaki, and like him having like bras and everything thrown at him, and like them hanging off like his microphone stand. I was thinking, fuck me, if I was a woman, I'd be throwing my bra at you. Like, and he's also Lauren's favourite member as well, which is kind of cool when we first got together. Yeah, so Civic Hall in Wolverhampton. Can't really remember much about it. It was me, Dan, Dave, Matt and Ollie went. Like I said, Jamie didn't come. I just remember it being really, really fun. And for some reason, we got our Avenged tickets signed by one of the support bands, which aren't a band anymore. They were called Black something. Somebody tell me who they were. Can't remember much else about that time, but first time I saw them, so it was really cool. Then I saw them at Sonosphere 2009, which was sadly the Rev's last ever show. The Obsession had taken full hold by then. Saying that, we were supposed to have seen them in 2008, Reading Festival. They played Leeds Festival, but they pulled out because they were ill. So they played like 4 songs at Leeds, I think. And I remember me and Jamie watching them online, and I was like, it'd be funny if they pulled out. It would not be funny. I was taking the piss. We get to Reading thinking, oh my God, it's Metallica, it's Tenacious D, it's Slipknot, it's Avenged. What a day. Slipknot pulled out because Joey broke his ankle. Avenged pulled out because they were ill. And then we found out they were going to do a signing, and me and Jamie were like, oh my God, we're full Avenged fans now. We're obsessed. Like, me and Jamie had the words like Avenged written on us, and then like I had Zaki Vengeance on me, and Jamie wrote the Rev, and even this guy came up to us going, oh my God, my cousin loves you, like, can I have a photo? I've met the band. I like to think he was taking the piss, because where's all our tattoos? Because Avenged are covered in tattoos. Jamie was like, Brad, get over here, this kid wants a photo of us. So quite clearly, if I'm meant to be Zaki, why is he calling me Brad? But yeah, then they pulled out the signing as well, so it would have been a 14th time seeing them, but also a 15th time seeing them, because there was a time we were meant to go and see him in Manchester during the Nightmare run, I believe. I cancelled that because my big debt had started. And I said to Jamie the other day, I was like, we may as well have gone and seen him, because my debt got even more after that. So may as well have gone and seen him. So it could have been 15 times. Anyway, let's go back to Sonosphere before jumping ahead anymore. So Sonosphere 2009, Rev's last show, like I've just said. It was a brilliant day because this was the time where I was really big on Lamb of God. So you had Lamb of God, who we met, Limp Bizkit, where me and Jamie queued for 3 hours to meet Wes Borland, and wow, that was one of my favourite meet and greet experiences ever, because Wes had so much time for me and Jamie. Me and Jamie hung around for a good 15 minutes, and he was just like, while signing people, we were just having like chats with him, and he was just answering back to us constantly while signing. Like, it was really, really good. Yeah, and then obviously, so you had Limp Bizkit playing, and then you had Avenged headlining the second stage, and it flew over from the States, especially for Sonosphere, whilst writing Nightmare, and then obviously it closed off with Metallica, which again, one of my favourite bands. So it was Sin's birthday, and he got to choose what song they played, and I believe that was Gunslinger. It was brilliant to see. Again, I can't really remember what really happened because it just blurs into one. I remember they played for an hour, which is never enough, so we're always left a little bit disappointed when we don't get a big set, but it was still great to see. And looking back now as well, with it being the Rev's last ever show, yeah, it's a special memory to have now. Yeah, it's sad. Then we went and saw them. It was the first time they came back to the UK without the Rev, but it was with Mike Portnoy. I've managed as well to see every single drummer from Avenged, which is a little cool fact to have. It doesn't make any sense, but you know what I mean. I blabber a lot and I don't know where my mouth's going because my mind can't quite keep up. Sorry if I do yabber on a little bit. So it was Birmingham NIA 2010. It was first arena shows they had done that tour, I believe, in the UK, and it was with Stone Sour. So it was a joint headline show, which is good because at the time as well, I really loved Stone Sour. I really liked that album which had come out. Audio Secrecy. So obviously they're alternating each night depending on the shows. who was going to close the night, and I thought, I bet Avenged fucking don't end the Birmingham night because it's the time we were going to see him. And maybe if we'd gone to the Manchester show, that might have been that night. It's a shame we didn't get to the Manchester show as well, because I remember that being Halloween, they were wearing masks, which is something fun to see Avenged, because it always makes me smile thinking, yeah, they're just having a good time, aren't they? Anyway, back to Birmingham. Sorry again, I'm going off. I call them side quests, where I start talking about something else and I come back to my main story. Me and Jamie, we always like to put up makeup on, especially for Avenged. Jamie's always done like the Rebs eyeliner and then does the stripes, whereas I always like to do the like Zacky's makeup there, the stripes, and then the eyeshadow around there. I remember walking into Boots actually once with a picture of Zacky going, where can I find this eyeshadow? Again, talking about taking in photos. Me and Jamie used to, when we used to go and get our haircuts, we used to take in photos of the Rev and Zacky, and then they'd just have them like on the mirror so they know how to cut our hair. Like, we've just always been very influenced by people we're obsessed with, which is not a bad thing to do as long as you don't take your obsession to the limit. Maybe when you go to where they live like I did. So yeah, so Birmingham, like I said, Stone Sour closed the night, which was annoying because I wanted Avenged to close the night. But again, it was another hour show. It was really, really good. I remember really enjoying Mike Portnoy. Well, like he was drumming and they were just throwing sticks to him and he was catching them and playing. And like, if you've ever seen Mike Portnoy on that tour, watch his drum cams for like playing like Welcome to the Family and Nightmare. Like, they're such good fun, and you just can't stop. He has to include fills and everything. And again, that was another good night. Can't remember too much about it. Apologies for not remembering much. I remember more so from the tours not so long ago, although they have not toured this country for like 6 years, 7 actually. So the next one was Download 2011. So this was their second time they've played. So they subbed to System. And I think this is the biggest crowd they ever played to at Download. I say that, but I've always been quite close in, so I don't quite see what's going on far back. The last 2 times I've seen them at Download, we haven't been as... Actually, no, we were for the other 2. So the last year, 2024, we were a little bit further back, so we could see. But I just remember 2011 being proper crammed. I remember seeing like the Nightmare tour in America, and they had like the gates. And me and Jamie were like, oh my God, how cool of a stage design is that? And we're like, I hope they bring it to Download. And then they were giving out free flags, which I've shown you in the merch bit. They were giving out loads of them. And obviously when they come on stage, everyone was waving them and stuff. And that was one of 2 times I've heard them play Save Me, which is my favourite song to see them live. That was when, like, I'd like to think they thought, fuck me, we've got proper big now, haven't we? I think as well, like my dad says this, that was probably the best time he's ever seen them. I do back that up, though there are better times I've seen them, but that is probably their second best show I've ever seen at Download. But that will probably change as this little chat goes on, because I'll probably have little memories. But yeah, that was a great weekend all round, and obviously Avenged was the show to see for us. And we even had like special t-shirts made, and I did the usual cut my sleeves off mine. We even had people ask about where did you get them from. We were like, they were fan made, and I've since lost mine because I've chucked both of mine on stage, and Jamie's lost his as well because he's chucked his on stage, which Zacky actually picked his up, and then Zacky was going to throw it back out. Jamie was like, keep it, and then Zacky kept it over his shoulder and walked off. I like to think they've kept it, but they probably haven't. It was a brilliant set as well. Obviously it's very Nightmare heavy, but it was a brilliant set. So next up, we come to the Hail to the King Arena tour they did, and it was the first time they'd headline their own arenas. So me and Jamie went to Manchester, stayed over in Manchester the night, went to London, and then we went home in between all that, went and saw Bullet, which is probably the last time we saw Bullet actually on a tour, and we're just not bothered about them anymore. And then we went and saw them play in Birmingham, which is a big chapter in mine and Lauren's lives, and we'll get to that in a second. So first was Manchester Arena 2013. So I don't think anyone quite knew why we were doing fancy dress for that, but we found it really funny with M.Shadows' his long hair, and he got so much hate for his long hair. So me and Jane was like, yeah, we're gonna get long haired wigs, we're going to get aviators, which we forgot to take, and we were going to get bandanas. So if anyone saw us that tour, that's what we were doing. And I remember as well, like thinking that how now you take like your phone in to like do all the video in, or a GoPro. I took in a HD video recorder, so it was like this. So me and Jamie, obviously, we've actually recorded that whole vlog, bar the Birmingham show, because we wanted to get Manchester, London in, because that was 2 separate days together with one night in between. Though we didn't film the Wembley Arena one because we'd already seen the show the night before, and we wanted to have loads and loads of fun with that, thinking, oh, got to look after my video camera, I've got to film this, that and the other. I'd say probably it was my favourite night of the tour because it was just a massive, massive arena. I know obviously Manchester now got even bigger arena, but I really liked the that Manchester arena. It was a great show. I really enjoyed all the fire and everything they brought along for that tour. With the big death bat, that was with Aaron as well. The only song they played, which I'm not so bothered about, is Doing Time. But still really, really good fun. We got ourselves involved in like the mosh pits and stuff, and as long as I can air guitar, I'm happy. I'm not so bothered about mosh pits and stuff. I don't like being crammed anymore. I just want to air guitar because I can go to my little happy place and just think, oh my god, like I am pretending to play this, and I think in my head, I must look so cool. And I know I don't look cool. And if you do think I'm cool, cheers. Yeah, so then obviously that tour as well, the Manchester night, Dad went half Chris and Rob, but they were up in the seats. So watch that vlog if you want. It's an earlier vlog in the series. Quality isn't the best, I think, because it's on an old HD camcorder. It's a good little road trip, and I just remember like getting back home after that trip and just feeling really emotional. Like we'd just gone and seen our favourite band. I'd hung out with my best friend. God, it was just great. It was absolutely brilliant. So then we stayed over in Manchester, woke up in the morning, and then we drove all the way down to London, which was quite a long trek, and parked the car up in a random car park where they say, oh, we'll look after your car for like 10 quid. They always just disappear. I think it's just basically them saying, we just won't break into your car if you give us a tenner. So Wembley Arena, everybody really loves that arena, and me and Jamie weren't so keen on it. But we got really close that night. Jamie said like M.Shadows sprayed water out his mouth over Jamie and obviously the rest of the crowd. And Jamie was like, oh my god, like I got sprayed, that was great. Obviously it was the same set, it was a smaller gig of the three, because Wembley Arena only holds around 10,000 I believe. Yeah, it was another good night, another good time seeing them. And it was nice as well, like obviously we just had 2 full days together. It was like, oh yeah, we're going to be seeing you again like Thursday or Friday, whatever day it was. It didn't quite feel like it was over, so like we're still in high spirits. So obviously then we got home like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, James stayed, and then he left. So then it was Birmingham NEC 2013, and this is a big special one, and this is one that will always live long in the memories. So midweek, Jamie said like, why don't we make a sign and see if we can get you on stage or something, or so you can get you noticed. So Jamie made a sign saying, I've got 24 Avenged Sevenfold tattoos, which I did at the time. Can I get myself signed or something like that? Because we'd been and seen them twice beforehand, we weren't too bothered about like, we still wanted to watch them, but it was nice to know like Jamie and Chris were like, yeah, we'll try and get you on stage, this is gonna be brilliant. We were like 3-4 from the front, so we got really close, and Lauren was at the front barrier as well at the time. Didn't know she was there though, obviously. Didn't even meet her there. On Jamie and Chris's shoulders, like on both of their one shoulder, because I was getting too heavy at the time for him to have me on one, even though I was the skinniest I've been for years. And he called me on stage, M.Shadows called me on stage.
Alright, you have 22 Avenged Sevenfold tattoos? Alright, get up here, we'll sign your shit. But after we play some shit off Waiting to Fall, is that cool?
So I came on after the encore. I remember just watching them from the side of the stage really, and like the fire coming up. You don't hear as much, literally as they finished, like I saw M.Shadows coming over to me. Yeah, and I came on stage, and as you can see in the photos here, you can see me like hugging Sin and everything, and I was gutted obviously because Zaki, my favourite member, went off the other side, and obviously he was the one I really, really wanted to meet. It doesn't matter, maybe I'll meet him in another time, I don't know. It was great looking at the crowd as well. It was really, really cool. And obviously Lauren was in the crowd, front row. She must have seen me and thought, fuck me. Well, she has told me, God, he's really cool. So, blame's on you, Lauren, because I am not cool. So yeah, so obviously I went off stage. Didn't get any freebies or anything. I didn't go behind the scenes and hang out with them. So yeah, so then obviously met with Jamie and everything again. Had some photos. Got myself in Kerrang as well, which was really cool. And then everyone was saying, oh, like people were just passing by going, oh, so cool, mate, it's so cool. So I was like massively on top of the world. And then we went to the merch little bit outside, and talking to Lauren since, she said like, oh, I was there. Like, it's just weird that we were really close together. So I've been obviously signed, and I got the tattoos. So what I did was got back, didn't really sleep. I slept like on my back, didn't want to like, I didn't even shower. And I worked the next day, so I was really dirty. It's disgusting. And I asked my boss as well, I was like, can I go home a little bit earlier? Because I want to get this tattooed. I don't want to risk losing it. So I got them tattooed. And then I think the next day they'd put out a big picture of the crowd from Birmingham saying like, thank you for an amazing night. And my comments as well saying like, thank you so much for signing me. That was the picture that Lauren saw, and then she found me on Twitter, she found me on Facebook, and rest is history really. And that was Hail to the King tour. So then the next one was Download 2014. So it's the first time I've headlined, and rightly so, they deserved it. There are 2 encores as well for this one. So obviously we're absolutely buzzing. It's the first time Lauren's come to Download with us. It's the first time we've done camper van. I remember on the Thursday night, there was like 18 of us in our group. So we had 5 camper van pictures. It was huge, our group was. And we were just like all going crazy, just listening to music, air guitar and everything, and just going crazy. Everyone was drunk. And then like Avenged started sound checking, and we were just like, oh my God, fire, there's fire. Fire! It was great. Obviously the headline the Friday, and what I've always loved about Avenged when they've headlined out the 3 times, it always played an hour and 50. None of this hour and a half crap that like Slipknot and Korn are going to be doing and whatever. Like, it frustrates me. You've got that many hits, play for a longer set. We did our makeup and everything. We got quite close in. I saw Andy copping and watching them as well. Yeah, it was just brilliant. Just pyro crazy it was. They could have set the old place on fire. The set was a bit predictable. I'm a bit of a complainer when it comes to that. Like, don't want to hear Beast in the Harlot. My problem is I love the deep cuts, and they're never going to do that at a festival. But it wasn't my favourite time seeing them headline. Probably 2017 was. But overall, it was a brilliant experience. Another time seeing them headline, and they were headlining my favourite festival of all time. So I've got a great memory of that time. So next up, it's the stage tour, the UK run they did. We didn't get to go to all the dates because getting more expensive, isn't it? And now that I'm also taking Lauren along with me, like, just another expense between us 2. So Jamie comes along. So the first one was Birmingham NEC 2017. Yeah, it was brilliant because the stage is my favourite Avenged album. The stage show was brilliant. I really loved all the screens they did. I loved like the cube they used. The set was, obviously it was very stage heavy. It was a great night. I just can't really remember much about the Birmingham show other than paying someone 30 quid like you've seen previously for a set list. Oh, it was really cool as well how like the Spaceman came down. Oh, here he is. The Spaceman came down for like a few of their songs as well. Yeah, it was a good night. Then it was Nottingham Arena. That was midweek. We did a sign for that as well. And M.Shadows did do that to me. And I thought, brilliant. I'm going to be called up again. I'd not been signed by Brooks. Obviously, Brooks is on this tour as well. I'd not been signed by Brooks or Zaki. I thought, brilliant. It basically said, can Brooks and Zaki sign me? And obviously, M.Shadows doing that. I thought, oh, he's going to call me up. And no, he didn't. And I've seen a few videos as well. Like, you can see my sign on YouTube. So again, I apologise if I was in your way. It was one of the flattest gigs I've been to really for Avenged. Like, I think maybe it was midweek, and Nottingham Arena, it's one of my favourite arenas. I love it because it's an ice rink. You get to watch some ice hockey beforehand and on the other ice rink most of the time, especially on a Saturday gig. But I don't know, it just didn't seem the best Avenged show I've seen them. That's all really I've got to say about the Nottingham one. Then we drove down to London O2. My God, what a cold day this was. Like, we queued for over 2 hours for the pop-up shop, which in our opinion it wasn't worth it. It was worth it to see, but it wasn't worth to queue that long in the freezing cold. It was cool to see the stage prop as well and what they used in the stage video. There was just like a load of merch and stuff in there. Oh, we got to meet Cam Racken as well, who's one of their close friends and an artist for the band as well. He's done quite a lot of their art. But yeah, that was a really good show. Can't believe how big the O2 arena is as well and how high the seats go up. But I preferred that one. That was probably my favourite night of the tour, and it was a Saturday as well. The only thing was, like, it was before we started to like really get into drinking ourselves. Like, that was back in the day where me, Jamie and Loz would be like, let's not go out drinking beforehand or afterhand, let's just go to the hotel and just eat loads and loads of food and then go and see the band, then come back and have a cup of tea and eat loads and loads of food. But yeah, I believe we got quite close as well for that show, and yeah, they sold out the O2 Arena twice, I believe, that tour, and they played a different set the next day, but it was only a couple of songs extra what they played differently. So then next up, Download 2018. I think this is my favourite time I've seen them at Download. I don't know if it's my favourite time ever seen them, but it was obviously the stage, still part of the stage album cycle. Obviously got to hear the stage live again, got to hear Higher. Yeah, if you want to watch highlights of that is over on our channel as well. Oh, they played Eternal Rest as well, which is one of my favourite songs as well. So glad they brought that out. Again, they used loads of pyro. Jamie only came for the day that year. It was a great night, great day as well. And again, it was another time where they got a lot of hate for headlining, but again, they deserved it in my opinion. Not the hate, but they deserved to headline again in my opinion, because festivals got to move on and stuff, haven't they, as well. And they are big enough. But yeah, 2018 was another good Avenged show. So then we got last year's Avenged Download 2024. They didn't do an album tour for Life Is But a Dream for the UK, but they're doing it for Europe, and M.Shadows has come out and said they want to hit places in Europe they've never done before, so when they come back again they can do even more dates. But I'm hoping, because they're in the area, they're in France the day before, I'm hoping they do, because there's meant to be like a few secret sets of downloads, so I'm hoping they do come. But yeah, Download last year, I should remember this a lot better. They played Save Me, as I told you, it was brilliant. They ended with Cosmic. Oh, what a song that is. It was just beautiful watching the Avenged close out the main stage again. The ending to the whole of Cosmic, just like in arms with Lauren, tears running down my eyes. Just Download special place in my heart, and Avenged, I've got a very special place in my heart. It was perfect. Me, Jamie, Loz and Meg, George and Tarn as well. We was all like in a big group together. Like Dad and all that were behind us, but we all kind of got involved. The 6 of us did, and it was just a great time seeing them. Other than like obviously the sound cut out for Nightmare. It's funny as well because obviously the band think you can hear us still, but obviously we couldn't hear them towards the end of Nightmare. Brooks did a drum solo, which I really enjoyed. But my dad did say like it wasn't their best because they played too many like off the new album and stuff and not enough big hits. And I do get that, because when you are playing a festival, you want to play big hits because there's people there who aren't so bothered and you want to capture them. But to me, like, it was a brilliant set. Like, as well, hearing new songs as well, like Mattel. I think Mattel or Cosmic, my favourite song off of the latest album. It was nice as well, but they weren't headlining the Friday because they'd done 2 headline Fridays and then they played 2 Saturday shows, 2006 and 2011. But it was nice to see them like headline and close the whole festival on the Sunday. But yeah, I'm hoping they do an arena tour in the UK at some point, or just do one big stadium show. I'm sure you can like sell out Villa Park or something, because it's kind of like, it's more the middle, being it's the Midlands. It'd be great as well to go to Villa Park again to go and watch my favourite band inside my favourite team's football grounds. But yeah, really loved Download 2024 with Avenged. Shame that they didn't have any pyro. I know it's not what they wanted, something they wanted to do, and I do respect that, but at least have fireworks as a celebration for closing the festival as well. And I do think fire just gives you an extra little oomph, and maybe like people like my dad and whoever might have thought, yeah, that was really good. Never had a bad Avenged gig, just some of them, as you know, a bit more memorable than others. But yeah, that was the Avenged Sevenfold. Brad going to see them. My favourite albums changes, but the stage is number 1, definitely. And then it's a tussle between the next 3, and I try to make a top 3, but I can't. I'd say Wake in the Fallen or Nightmare at 2 for different reasons. I remember after City of Evil, I think, came out in the White Album, I remember going back to Wake in the Fallen because I hadn't quite heard that, and I was like, oh my god, this is absolutely brilliant with the screaming and stuff. But then Nightmare holds a special place in everyone's heart, every Avenged Sevenfold fan's heart. I remember being in Tenerife actually with Jamie. This is back in the days where you had to pay for Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi wasn't a big thing. We were trying to get links to watch their first show back in America without the rev, and then all we wanted to do as well was get home, hear the Nightmare album, because it got released whilst we were on holiday, and then the plane got delayed and everything, and it was so annoying. So either Wake in the Fall or Nightmare at 2nd or 3rd. Oh no, okay, then I'd probably put Life Is But a Dream at 4 then. 2nd, 3rd and 4th, they change a lot. It depends what mood I'm in. But yeah, definitely the stage is number 1. One of the reasons as well I'm not in the Death Bats Club is because I just don't really have the money for it. And even if it's not the money, I'm just kind of past that social media phase of always like just trying to find everything about them and stuff. Like, if the Death Bats Club came out about 15 years ago, my god, me and my brother would have spent a fortune on it, and we would have made sure we tried to get the most expensive death bat and everything, like NFT token that is. The only reason I've gone back onto Twitter or X is because like you don't get the same kind of news off like Facebook or Instagram. I'm not that savvy with Discord. I am on Discord, but I have not touched it for over a year, so I still love them just as much. I just got other priorities of what to spend my money on, so I still do get tattooed, but I save a little bit more for them now because I never want to be in that kind of debt ever again. Here I am, as I started again. My last little bit I want to talk about is how I went to Huntington Beach. Yes, I went to Huntington Beach years ago, 2012, and we stayed in a hotel right on the strip, and apparently someone said the band were there for the night before, and they went out on tour, I think, the next day. So I went and sat in the sofa where they were. The chef knew them at the hotel as well, and he was like, oh, give me your email address, I'll get something signed by them and send it to you, and you get the postal address. But I never got anything back, which was fine. Wasn't expecting anything. I just thought I may as well try. I remember walking 3.5 hours in the heat, getting lost, to Johnny's Saloon, which was a bit of a famous bar from Avenged, because I used to go there every night after writing songs and stuff. I went to the Rev's grave as well. It took me ages to find it, but in the end I asked the ground worker where his gravestone was, and they showed me it. Yeah, I just basically went to where they live, and we may have walked past their houses, to be honest, because we walked that much trying to find all these places. And I know the kind of strip they live on, so we might have walked past their house, but I wasn't expecting to see them because I knew they were going on tour, but it was just really cool to go and see where they lived. So yeah, that is basically a whole vlog about my Avenged Sevenfold obsession. Please, Avenged, don't ignore the UK. Please come and tour the UK again, because I'm not someone who goes to gigs abroad, but maybe I should start doing that. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Again, if you're new, because you're an Avenged Sevenfold fan, you've clicked on this, hi, please like and subscribe if you don't mind. And thanks so much for watching, and take care, and we'll see you soon.
Oh, is it morning? Thanks, Cockerel.